Fuck, I need a show, bro. How's everyone going? How's Facebook? Jesus. Like death warmed up. So, what are we going to talk about today? Should we talk about what's going on in the world? Or what's going on with me? Or Facebook? Seems like a lot of things in the world are escalating rather quickly. You got the whole Palestine, Israel thing sparking up. You got the whole Russia, Ukraine thing sparking up. Then you got a bunch of fucking Chinese cunts fucking building islands and shit. They well, remember when I said this, right? Remember when I said this? During Corona, there was no terrorism. All the terrorists went on holidays. There was no bombings. There was no fucking blah blah blah. Because everyone was scared of Corona and the virus and everything that fucking did. Now we got war. We're on the brinks of war, I think. Someone made a good point too, that why doesn't Australia get involved in what's happening overseas? You know, there's kids getting killed, blah blah blah. I'll tell you why Australia doesn't get involved. Because it's practically the same shit that's happening here. You know, we're on stolen land. How can you go and tell another country not to fucking do that when, you know, the shit that happens here? So I think Australia was very smart in not commenting, because normally Australia fucking always gets involved in shit. I'm kind of glad that they didn't, because they would have looked like fucking complete morons. And Israel is our ally. Let's not forget that. And all Israel will say is, hey, you're on stolen land. That's it, argument closed. So I think Australia's very fucking smart and not getting involved and not commenting. Which is really weird, because when the whole China fiasco happened, Australia fucking opened up its big mouth to that, because they knew that the US would back them. It's like that, it's like, best way to explain it is like, you got that kid, everyone knows, or you got that guy, right? By himself is a fucking mouse. That's Australia, a mouse. But you put someone behind him, big motherfuckers behind him, and suddenly he's a fucking Mike Tyson. You know, that's Australia. Australia will only ever fucking open up their mouths once they know that they're backed. Otherwise, they fucking keep their fucking mouth shut, because they're fucking hypocrites. This government's just hypocrites. I feel really sad about what's going on around the world at the moment. Fair enough, adults want to fucking go and play war games and all the rest of it, but fucking kids, that's I think that's the line no one should cross.
Go before it gets too cold.
What's going on, Tiff? I seem to have a lot of people watching my lives lately, and they're not on my Facebook list.
I was there this morning with the ice cream container.
Yeah. Isn't that the one that I... Oh no, that's the one that I bought in.
What do you got? You're gonna run away with it. No, can you get it again? Where's your ice cream container? No.
So yeah, I just think it's sad, really. We all see the pictures. It's the same shit as Corona. We all seen what that was doing. No one spoke up. Same shit now. No one speaks up about this, that stuff. I'm like, oh, everyone's like, oh, that's overseas problem and all the rest of it. But you gotta understand, this isn't just like a fucking country on country. This is like religion based. Anything religion based will spill over to our streets. Like, look what happened with that Black Lives Matter stuff. Spilled over here. These are like touchy subjects for people, so whenever there's a touchy subject, there's always going to be a mob willing to fucking carry on about it. And you get a bunch of fucking people, emotional people together, and it just creates chaos. Like, we've seen a little bit of protesting here and stuff, but I think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Jesus. Come on. Come on, Mum's going inside. It's too cold. Go on, Jesus. Little kangaroo.
And all it takes is like a bunch of radical people to get together with radical views, and that's when shit just hits the fan. I think here people are a bit more open to stuff, but stuff from the past, when you start attacking people's religion, like these people, you gotta understand, Muslims are probably the only religion that are willing to die for their beliefs, and that's fucking powerful. That's very fucking powerful. In the sense that if you get a radicalist that's like, hey, you know what? They're a bit emotional, but everyone looks for opportunities in this thing. It's not just Muslims, it's anyone that really protests Black Lives Matter. Fucking, there's all these little groups that are radicalized, have radicalized views, they get involved, and then that's how fucking shit fucking goes south really quick. Like that chick. This is a perfect example of our fucking news, right? I seen this. One of my friends showed me a lady burning the Israel flag in Lakemba, yeah? And I seen the news coverage on that. What they don't show you on the news, because I seen other videos of that, was actually Muslims protecting that lady and telling other Muslims to calm down. This is what I mean. And that's how, like, when mob mentality with a bunch of people that are emotional will always create chaos. Doesn't matter what views you have, or if you're right, if you're wrong, that shit's just irrelevant. When you get a bunch of emotional people together that are very strong about their beliefs, you will always have chaos. It's the smart ones that sit back and you're like, aren't so emotionally involved. They're like, okay, I see your point of view and I would like you to see my point of view. See, that's fine, peaceful protest, I'm all for that. But when you get people that are emotional, that shit goes out the window. They want their answers there and there, and they want you to believe in their fucking movement or whatever the fuck they're called. And that's when a lot of people start getting arrested. We start seeing over this, oh, this guy's fucking lost it, Israel chick, perfect example. She's burning the Israel flag. Obviously something's happened to her. Maybe one of her family members got killed over there, got emotional, burned the fucking flag. Most disrespectful thing you can do. It's the same when people start doing it here. Burning the Australia flag. You had a bunch of Aussies upset about that, but then you got fucking people that have radicalized views like Aussie Pride, all that shit. You know, and you get all these other fucking groups that are involved. Like, hey, we can use this for our advantage. It takes away the whole end goal of other people that are just trying to fucking do it peacefully. You know, you get it's just the way of life. You know, as I said on my mate's stream the other day, you know, you get 10 blokes, and one of them guys has to be the leader, yeah. So he makes all the other 9 fucking afraid of him, fear. It's the same shit that happens in politics and happens in the world, religion, everything, fear-based shit. We had Corona, and when now that Corona's like, oh fuck, we're getting vaccines, you know, Corona's not so scary now, blah blah blah. Guess what's back? Terrorism and war. And when that dies out, there'll either be like talks of World War III, or there'll be another virus that will scare the fuck out of everyone and make everyone do as they're told. Because if you have a fucking bunch of free-minded visuals running around, it's not good for fucking business. It's not good for government, because they're like, oh fuck, these people are rallying together. What happens if they revoke? You know, what happens if they want to cause a revolution and shit like that? So they do fear-mongering shit to keep you at bay. And people that are willing to die for their cause are dangerous. Because they don't give a fuck what you say. They're still going to do what they're going to do. They have no fear in them at all. And that's dangerous to governments and politics and everything else. You know? Like I seen something on the Facebook, oh, Hitler wasn't so fucking bad now, was he? Imagine if he got away with killing the Jews and then all this shit wouldn't happen, blah blah blah. But that's how radicalized views can get taken very serious and go south really quick. Hitler's a perfect example of that. He had very radical views, was a fucking leader of that. And a lot of people he made a lot of people believe in it through fear. These are very emotional times in the world. You know, everyone's just coming out of Corona. And now we got war or religion wars or anything like that. Because you got to think there's a lot of Muslims in this world, and it's only going to take one Muslim, you know, to get not the fair treatment, as you would say, and get what's the word I'm looking for? Victimized of circumstance. And you're going to get a bunch of people that aren't going to agree with that. Like, no, what he did was justified, blah, blah, blah. And that's how shit starts. I like how the leaders of the world are trying to soften this blow, but this is something that's always going to happen as long as there's radicalized views. Israel think they're right, Palestine think they're right, or this, then other people get involved, and then we get involved, and then you got this big fucking clusterfuck. But I think this is, I don't know, call me a conspiracy theorist or something, but I think this is happening to take our distraction away from something else. This is just a distraction for something else and something bigger that's coming, I believe. Love you too, man. I feel like there's something that we're missing, and Because no one's really talking about the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. Russia has sent 120,000 troops to the Ukrainian border, and the US has sent 40,000 troops to that same border. No one's talking about that. We're all infatuated with what's going on with Palestine and Israel. And it's really sad what's happening there, so everyone's getting emotionally involved. And I think I think there's gonna be a fucking clash soon. Something has to give. I don't think there'll be something as called peace, because both sides will feel like they've been hard done by. So I think we just gotta wait and see what the powers to be fucking decide to do with this whole situation. But Australia is very, very quiet about this, for good reason. I think they're smart enough to know that there's a lot of Muslims in this country, and you don't want to fire up something in your own backyard. And not only that, then you got the whole Aboriginal thing as well. So Australia's very, very quiet. They don't have much ground to work on this, because they're going to be made to look like idiots if they try and open up their mouths about certain things. And as for America, well, America's always going to do what America does. Be the big brother to everyone's country. What's going on, Jade? So, I don't know, I think it's... Corona changed the world, and no one really did anything about it. And now we got terrorism and war again. Because no one's really scared of fucking Corona anymore, let's be honest. Look at all the fucking shit, that vaccine, you see it all the time, or, you know, people are dying of the vaccine. And this was something that someone mentioned as well about that. So when you get the vaccine, when you travel to like another country or whatever, you still got to quarantine. Now, why would you have to quarantine if you got the vaccine? Doesn't make sense. I've always said Corona was bullshit. I've never been one to follow the fucking thing about that. Or you get these like snap restrictions and all that. These snap restrictions are just to see if you're still gonna do as you're told. They're not there to help Corona or whatever the fucking bullshit that is. You know, if you get the vaccine, then why would you have to quarantine? It's pretty fucking simple. Because you can't get it. So how are you going to spread something that you can't get? So why would you have to quarantine? It's just... These things are just put in place to see if you're going to do as you're told. That's all it is. And people can call me wrong and say, oh, sure, you got to get your facts, you got to read this. Okay, I do my own research, I got my own mind, and I got my own opinion on things. Might be wrong, might be right in your eyes, but I think it's right in mine. So, and I listen to everyone's opinion. I listen to everyone, and I respect everyone's opinion. It just doesn't mean I'll change my own. That's what a lot of people get fucking twisted in this like snowflake generation, or people, a bunch of snowflakes now. Is like, alright, so you're wrong, I'm gonna make sure you're wrong, and you believe what I say. Like, no, that's not how shit works. Like, just because you don't agree with what I'm saying doesn't mean that you're fucking right and I'm wrong. We just gotta agree to disagree, and that's it. That's how I think a lot of things in this world will go a lot fucking smoother. And I seen something in Vikings that someone pointed out, which was really fucking cool as well. Is what if all our gods became friends? You know, people, you got paganism, you got fucking Christianity, you got Muslim, you got Buddhists, you got Zionists, you got Jews. What if all their gods became friends? How much better would our world look like if they all became friends? And don't get it twisted. Religion is the biggest money maker in the fucking world. Like, you got pastors and all this because of the whole tax-free fucking thing. They make a fucking shit ton of money. Because when I was younger, I challenged the pastor. And people are going to say, like, I'm a bit of a fucking spinner for doing this, but it is what it is. I challenged the pastor. I said, okay, God's talking to me. And God tells me that you're full of shit. They were going to call the police, and then they're going to send me for a mental health assessment. I go, but God talks to you. Can God only talk to you because you're a pastor? Why can't God talk to me too? That's when I realised, like, how much of a fucking money-making scheme these things are. You get a guy at the front, it's the same thing. You get a leader, it makes you all fucking scared. You got to do this, this, and this, otherwise you can't go to heaven, blah, blah, blah. Gets a lot of fucking money, tax-free money. And that's how their fucking churches and all this shit fucking become bigger, because they're the guy. They're the guy that God talks to, so he's special. Well, God talks to me too. You know what I mean? That's how I like challenging people's fucking minds, because a lot of us just go through life on autopilot. Like, yeah, oh, we believe everything the news says. We believe everything our government does. We believe religion and all this. But an open, free mind is dangerous. There you got people like me that think outside the box. I got wisdom through fucking trauma. I got wisdom through life. I've done the gangster shit. I've done all that. How does someone like me can figure it out? But people that go and study for fucking years in a university of books can't work it out. They're meant to be smarter than me. You know, they're the upper class. You know, I'm like the low class of fucking things, and I can work this shit out. And the way I think that is how I work shit out, is because I know people. Through the system, I met a bunch of people from different fucking backgrounds. I've met people different backgrounds all my life. The one thing that doesn't discriminate is when you're at the bottom, there's other people there with you. You know, everyone goes through their highs and lows in life. I seem to have more bottom of the barrel moments than what I do at, you know, top of the fucking mountain. So when you're at the top of the mountain, you're looking down on them people. Whether you know it or not, you know, when things are good, you look down, everyone looks down on people. It's like, oh, you know, I did this, so you can do it. You know, fuck that. Been at the bottom more times than fucking most of these people on my fucking Facebook, you know. I got demons no one will know about. I got demons that people will know about. You know, I speak on mental health because I think it's a real fucking bad issue with men. Because, you know, we're bred to be strong and all this, don't cry, all that other shit, and it just ends up fucking, I'm the fucking poster boy when it comes to that shit. You know, I got belled out of me, don't cry, don't all do this, and then you get to fucking my age, I'm nearly 30 years old, where, hey, I don't know my fucking emotions. And when people say, oh, you know, you should fucking hit your kids and all this, I'm saying, oh, fuck, yeah, that didn't fucking work for me. What the fuck you gotta hit your kid? Why don't you educate your kid? Try that. Why don't you talk to them? Or why don't you just let kids be kids? We're so infatuated with making our kids fucking grow up quick. Oh, don't do this because I did this, or don't do... Let them fucking live their life. Let them go in the direction and path that they need to in life. You know, life is challenging. And when my mate Barter said the other day, life doesn't get easier, bro. You just figure out different ways to deal with it. It gets harder as you get older. So let the kids enjoy their fucking time while they can. Because once you hit fucking adulthood, or you grow up too quick and all that, you know, and you experience things, life becomes very stale. And then you got other fucking problems, and then there's always problems. You know, I could do a fucking reality show on my life. It doesn't change anything. You know, I go and talk to fucking 2 shrinks now. I'm on medication. I do all this shit. You know, and try and give up smoking and all the rest of it. But that's things I want to do. It's not someone telling me, oh, you got to do this, this, and that. It doesn't work like that. I'll do it if I do it. If I don't, I don't. I'm a man, so I know my fucking consequences of my fucking actions, you know? It is what it is. But, yeah, I just find it real strange that people just jump on bandwagons and just try and fucking, you know, add fuel to the fucking fire and addicts, all that kind of shit, you know. And there's so many Karens involved in shit. Oh, I read this on an article. Cool. You want a pat on the back? Like, what? And? Oh, I googled this, so this is right. Cool. I also know how to use Google. And I research my own shit. Does that mean I'm wrong? And I think ex-addicts are the worst. Or reformed addicts, as I like to call them. Reformed addicts are the worst, you know. They fucking give all this advice, blah, blah, blah. But fuck, man, you know the fucking... Every day you want to fucking use. You know? It's like people that fucking move away so they don't fucking surround themselves with drugs. Are they no longer an addict? They're still a fucking addict. And people get addicted to different shit. Some people addicted to drama, some people addicted to chaos, some people addicted to sex, drugs, alcohol, fucking gambling. We all got an addiction of some sort. You know, oh, you're not a... There was always this thing too, oh, you're not an addict because you don't fucking use heroin or you don't use ice or anything. Fuck, addict's an addict. Doesn't matter what fucking addict you are or what your fucking poison is, you're still a fucking addict. Whatever it may be. That's why I don't just look down on people. I don't do that. People that come in there and like point the finger and tell you how to fucking do shit and all the rest of it, I'm just like, man, go fucking sort your own shit out. You're only looking at my shit because you're scared to deal with your own. And that's the fucking truth. That's the whack. People are too scared to deal with their own shit, so they get involved in other people's shit because they're too much of a coward to deal with their own fucking problems. So they make other people's problems their problems. I did that for fucking years. I was a dumb cunt. And the only reason I did it is so I didn't have to deal with my own shit. And now I deal with my own shit. So now I don't worry about other people's shit. It's like, fuck it. The rats are gonna fucking fight no matter what. Just give them fucking cheese and see you later. Like, I troll a lot, I'll be funny on here and all that, and then I'll do a serious talk and no one watches it. That's the sad reality of fucking doing this Facebook shit. Fuck, if I was sitting here and I was fucking, you know, being Mr. Funny Guy, I'd have fucking heaps of fucking views. Or do the fucking, you know, even with my music. If I went on there and talked about fucking how hectic it is to do drugs and fuck bitches and fucking be a gangster, all that, I'd probably be fucking one of them people that you fucking look up to. But I do a different sound and no one wants to hear it. Because you know why? It's the truth and it hits you in the face. That's why no one wants to listen to my fucking music. Because when they look in the mirror, they're like, fuck, that's me. That's how I lost so many fucking friends. Because I stopped being a fucking, like, yeah, this is cool. Like, no, this is bullshit. You happy with your life? You like how your life is? You like being a gangster? How's that working out for you? And people hate that. I think humans in general just need people around them to say yes. When you start saying no, you don't have many friends. Like, I got maybe 1 or 2 friends. And of the whole group that I had and grew up with and all the rest of it, and I've only got 2 friends now. I've got a lot of fucking friends on Facebook and shit, but you know what I mean, like real life friends. What's going on, Sam? And everyone's like, hits me up, they're like, oh, Shorty, you're so wise, you're so this, you're so that. Because I went through shit. Struggle and trauma will always give you wisdom. It's how you look at it. You make your life how you want it to be, not what others want. That's it. You want to be a gangster? Go be a gangster. But don't go calling up your fucking family when you're in lockup. Don't be hitting up a chick to pay your fucking bills. You know, handle that shit as a man. You want to be a gangster? Be a gangster. And a lot of guys in jail used to admire that about me, because I was like, hey, they're like, oh, you know, you don't get visits, or you don't get buy up and all this other shit. Yeah, because I'm in here doing my thing. My problem is my problem. Why is it everyone else's? Why do I need to call people and say, put money in my fucking buy up? You know? And then there's the whole thing where, like, and that's just from personal experience, you know, people do things for you. Instead of just doing it out of the kindness of their heart, you owe them. So when you get out of jail, or whatever the fuck you're doing, you owe them. So you're always in someone's debt. So me right now in life, I'm in no one's debt. No one's. I do what I need to do. I say what I need to say. People can either take it, leave it, love it, hate it. Makes no fucking difference. But I'm in no one's debt. I do my own fucking thing. But this is the scary part of that. And listen to me when I say this. When you start doing your own thing, and when you stop being a yes man, and when you start thinking for yourself, your life is going to become very lonely. Very lonely. People aren't going to want to be around you anymore. People aren't going to like what you say anymore. Like when I retired, a bunch of people now think that I'm a cop informant, or I work with the police, or I'm a dog and I write statements and blah 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 blah. Cool, that shit used to hurt me. That shit don't hurt me now. You can think whatever the fuck you want. And the whole time I was in doing street shit, all the times I got caught, never ratted once. Shit, I didn't even fucking put a statement in for like my own shit to like defend myself. I never write a statement. If you can find a statement with my name on it, congratulations. You are the fucking Houdini of fucking that shit, because it doesn't exist. Because when I signed up to the street life, there was this no talking. A lot of people talk now. And this is another fucking thing that's gonna make you think, right? For all you like street people out there that watch my shit, so a copper does something wrong, yeah? And you put a statement on that cop. Are you a dog? Because it's a copper? Are you a dog? Now think carefully about what I just said. You know, because everyone's like, oh, you put a statement on this person, put that. If you put a statement on a police officer to get that fucking copper charge or whatever, are you a dog? Another fucking myth. People that aren't a part of the life put statements in. Are they a dog? They're not a participant. They don't go by the codes. They don't live that life. So they put a statement in. Are they a dog? You know, a lot of people throw around this word these days and don't even know the fucking meaning of it or the credentials or something to fucking put that on someone. Me, example, people I've grown up with my whole life think I'm a fucking dog. Never read a statement. Never when I got pressured by the police, got fucking questioned by police, have I ever gave anyone up. Not once. How are you today? Yeah, just having a fucking yarn, really. Talking about war, now we're talking about street shit. I spend a lot of time by myself. And when I spend time by myself, I think about a lot of things. And I just realized how meaningless and how fucking much time and energy I wasted on bullshit. Just bullshit, petty fucking shit. I did all this for a reputation that means fuck all now. I did all this. The best thing that I got out of this was wisdom. That was the best thing. So I try and help other people, and I don't tell people not to do things. I just ask them to look at it through this point of view, you know, that's it. That's all I ask. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna fucking do it regardless of what I say, you say, their parents say, anything like that. But I just throw out the idea or the seed and see if it fucking blossoms or not. It's like when you fucking plant fucking, say, 10, 12 seeds. You might only get 2 that sprout. Glad I got to catch one of your lives. I missed the last couple. Yeah, a lot of people. I haven't really been doing much, eh? This is probably the longest one I've done in ages, but I just like talking about certain things, because now, like, everyone back then was fucking judging me, and I was getting so much hate about talking about fucking shit overseas and corona and all the rest of it. You don't know what you're talking about. And I don't want to be fucking egotistic about it, but, you know, maybe I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because now them same people hit me up, they're like, oh shorty, what do you think about this, what do you think about that? I'm like, oh, remember when I was a dickhead? Remember when you thought I was a spinner? Keep thinking that. Just keep thinking that. It's like people that labels. People label me this, label me that. Think whatever the fuck you want. I do not care. If you hate me, you hate me. Fuck, keep hating. I ain't gonna change your mind on that. So just always... People just need to think for themselves, do their own research and see what's fucking happening. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, go look shit up. Do your own research. Make your own assumption of what's going on. But I tell you this now for free. That this is just the start of something. So once this is stopped, you know, making people scared, there will be another virus. There'll be something else that's going to make you scared. Whether it's corona, a war, terrorism, everything. This shit ain't ever going to stop. And you're going to waste a lot of energy trying to make it stop. Because it will never will. And the only reason I say that, and I'm not fucking smug in saying this, but there's too many people that ain't willing to die for what they fucking believe in. And that's how they get away with it every time and time again. And you just see a bunch of people just... It's all good when you're in the mob. It's all good then. Then you fucking talk. You know, you're the fucking biggest hero going. But when you're by yourself, you don't talk about these things. You know? And it's cold as fuck at the moment. Don't worry about them. Most of them are a wannabe Esho, bro. They're dogs themselves. They fake themselves right on everyone. Look how you reckon they get out in 4 weeks or a month because they rat, lad. Not all. The older boys have stopped because all these wannabe crabs don't worry about them, but I agree with you and disagree with you on that. The older boys stopped, me included, because it's not the same anymore. The older boys will still be doing the same shit. It's just we can't do the same things that we used to. You know, technology, other things came out, a lot of boys got done for. The list goes on. There's a lot of things that old school fucking crims do or did that they can't do anymore. Which got rid of a lot of fucking good boys. So they had to adjust and try and do something fucking else. But you go talk to someone that's been in and out of the system, ask them if it's worth it. Go ask someone that's been in there for fucking 5-7 years, ask them if it's worth it. Is it worth fucking doing jail and all the rest of it? Jail's not jail anymore. And then you got all these, as you call them, wannabe eshays, or I just call them just wannabe fucking gronks. Like, and I say that respectfully because you do gronk shit, bro. Like, I seen a fucking kid last week fucking doing B&Es and shit, recording himself doing it. Like, yeah, I gotta show the whole world that I can break into someone's house. Like, the whole code of silence is out the window, brotherhood's out the window, fucking I could go on and on and on about what's wrong with the fucking street and why it fucked up. The biggest fucking thing that they fucked up with is they started targeting bikies. Because when bikies were running the street, there was none of this fucking putrid shit. Everyone had a mutual respect for each other. Even if I had an enemy, you still respect your enemy. There's no respect, there's nothing now. That's why it's just, you know, and then the real ones go to fucking jail and just run them up. Because you got a bunch of fucking snowflakes in there. And I don't give a fuck what crew you're from. If you're a fucking 6 foot tall, fucking abs of steel motherfucker, you'll be broken. It's as simple as that. Ones that stand on their own two by themselves are fucking dangerous. Anyone can be a fucking gangster when there's 10. But try being a gangster by yourself. Rock up to places by yourself. One out all the way. You know, people are like, oh, Shorty's a fucking psycho, because Shorty fucking just does his own thing. And I've been walking around by myself for fucking years. This is not something that I'm like, oh, I've just started fucking doing. Even when I was in the street, I walked around by myself. When my enemies would fucking say they're gonna kill me, I'd walk around by myself. So, I think where we fucked up, but there's other things too, bro. There's so, like, last time I went into fucking lockup, majority people were in there for fucking petty charges. When I was first, and I said this to someone the other day, when I first went to lockup, there was proper cunts in there, like doing proper shit. Go in there now. Go have a look at the fucking shit show, the circus they got fucking running in there. They're locking up people for fucking, like, driving offences, fucking, like, petty behaviour, bro. People that have never been in trouble with their life go and do fucking 6 months. And all that because the fucking courts are fucking full. And, bro, there was literally a fucking Koori lad. He's from up Kempsey way. So he's a country boy. Where me and him, he loved me. Fuck, he thought I was the funniest cunt ever. He goes, bro, I could do lagging on lagging with you every day of the week. You're the funniest cunt. And he said to me, and we got talking, we got close, and he started talking. I go, brother, what are you in here for? He's done a bit of time. I go, what did they get you for this time? He goes, what, bro, you won't believe it. He goes, I can't believe it. I go, what do you mean? So, pretty much what happened with him is he was crossing the road, right? And a car nicked him, and he broke the fucking, like, hit him, like the car mirrors hit him, broke his arm. They tried getting him done for malicious damage. The car hit him. But because he was on parole, They were gonna revoke his parole, and he was gonna do, what was he? It was something ridiculous, like 13, 14 months. The car hit him, bro. The car hit him. He was walking like. That's how I have an understanding for people. Because out in the country, like, you do that. You walk around, like, fuck, I do that here. I walk around the streets, fucking whatever. But he was in somewhere he wasn't really familiar with. And a car hit him. Not the other way around. He didn't go look. I go, bro, it sounds a bit far-fetched. I'm not going to lie to you. He goes, bro, I'm telling you, that is what happened. And I believed him. I reckon that's what fucking happened. And the poor cunt got fucking, almost got fucked over for it. And we're both looking at each other. And because we both done time. And we both looked at it and said, bro, I'm done with this shit. This is putrid. Jail's putrid. Like, I'm done with it. I'm done. So... I wasn't really done until I went back. When I went back, I was like, you know, I'm fucking done now. I don't give a fuck. People can bash the fuck out of me now, stab me, all the rest of it. I could not care, bro. I'm not even gonna arc up. Whoever's my enemy, they can fucking continue hating me. I don't care. Like, shit got old, bro. I'm getting older. I don't want to do that shit anymore. It's fucking... For what? It's just... As you get older, your mind changes. Like, what I used to do when I was, like, fucking young, you know, I was just all out of ego, and it's because I was angry at the fucking world, and just hated my situation, so I just kept fucking doing it, because this is what I knew. You know, I'm lucky in the sense that I had a light bulb moment, like, fuck, I want to change this. And it took years to get to it. Like, when people say they want to leave the street life, it's not going to happen overnight, bro. You're going to go through ups and downs, trials and tribulations to see if you're really fucking done. I run alone since I was young. I'm over these gronks, bro, because I know bad cunts who take cunts in a boot, right? And I sort of know to keep to myself, but these kids need to know there's no life out there rather than ice and stealing. I'm Corey, bro, from Kenzie, bro. Well, you probably know the guy I was locked up with, man. But anyway, that's off topic. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I was like that too when I first started leaving the life. And I had this hate for these young cunts and all the rest of it. Bro, you think about it, right? And this is this is the fucking whack, yeah? You think about it. You be the same age as them, and what were you doing? You know, you would have had older boys telling you about, you know, blah, 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 this, that, 1, 2, 3. But at the end of the day, you still done the cunt. I had older boys telling me, don't fucking do this shit, shorty. You're not gonna fucking like it. Did I listen? No. I still fucking did it. Fuck, I had to survive. I am their ages. I work late. I'm 16. Yeah, well, keep doing that, man. I thought you were a bit older by the way you're talking. Keep doing that. Don't worry about what's happening in the street. Street's still gonna be street, regardless of who's a participant and who's not. Times has changed, bro. I'm nearly 30, cars, so I've been through the ringer, but I was walking the streets at 7 years old, brother. 7 years old. I've seen more fucking darkness in the streets than the average fucking bear. But didn't get me nowhere. All it gave me was more pain and misery to deal with. Didn't fix my problems. But I had to do what I had to survive. And everyone talks about this, you know, oh, you know, well, why couldn't you get a job? I had jobs. I worked as well. But when you don't have a fucking house to go home to, it's hard to fucking hold a job. You know, I was house to house, I was couch to couch, I was fucking. I just experienced life, bro. Cause I'm a hazard kid, I grew up in this shit. I'm just smart. Yeah, I was a hazard kid too, brother. There was different times back then. Yeah, I was surrounded by different people, and most of my role models were fucking scammers or shonky cons. You know what I mean? So I knew like hustlers, drug dealers, robbers, all that shit. But they knew at fucking 5, 7 years old that I was going to jail. Like, that's the fucking truth. I'm too stuck in my own ways. Now I'm a bit more understanding because I got older, but when I was younger, bro, I didn't give two fucks. No one gave a fuck about me, so why would I give a fuck about anyone else? And most of these fucking kids that get fucking locked up now, they fucking cry home to their parents. They got fucking families. Like, what the fuck are you doing this for? You got a supportive family back home. It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. But if you're working, cuz, just keep fucking doing what you're doing. And if you say you're smart, then continue being smart. But wait till you start experiencing life and see if you still got the same views. And this is something like my own pride is fucked up with me. I was a housing kid, but I've never been on the list. And if you know, you know. But keep doing what you're doing, bro. That's it. Seem to be on the right path, stick to that. Still only 16, still young. But if you are gonna roll that dice, be a man and deal with your shit. Own that motherfucker. If you fuck up, own it. If you wanna be a participant, own it. That's all I say. There's no point fucking crying about it. You knew the fucking risks, so live with it, move on. Otherwise you end up like fucking me. Fucking mess. I just can't wait for them to let me out of this fucking country. I want to go see the rest of the world. I've seen most of Australia. Australia's a fucking big place, bro. Australia's a big place. Very big place. I still want to find my mate. Find out if he's dead or not. I know he's in New Zealand somewhere. And that's not really a big place. I'm sure I can find him. I seem to find anyone else that fucking try and do Houdini, but I can't find this cunt. So, well, I think that's the yarn for today, eh? covered walk, covered street shoot. So you all have a lovely night, and wait till you see my story. See if you still want to be gangster after that. I'll try and test mine, I guess. See yous.